Okay, John, this is how you do it. First thing you do is take about this much sugar right here into a measuring cup, and then you put 1/4 of a cup of the hottest water you can get out of your faucet, about 105 degrees. Okay, you stir that stuff up to get the sugar to dissolve. Then you add that's called proofing yeast. You add 5 grams of yeast. Everything should be by weight at this point if you're getting to be a sophisticated bread maker. So 5 grams of yeast. Okay, I think they're about 7 grams in a packet. So 5 grams of yeast, and add that to the water and stir that up, and that's going to proof the yeast, which is going to get the carbon dioxide, the yeast turning the sugar into carbon dioxide. So you let that sit for probably about 3 or 4 minutes. Now while the yeast is proofing, you get the rest of the stuff started, which is 170 grams of whole wheat flour. That. Too much. There we go, 170 grams of that. $340 grams of white bread flour. That in. And then 10 grams of salt. That in, and I stir that up then with a spoon to get the salt kind of mixed around in with the rest of the stuff. Now you can see, I don't know if you can see, but you can see 2 layers of, there's some bubbles on top of the regular part. That means the yeast is going well. So there's a layer there. I don't know if you can see it better now, but you can. There's one layer that starts here. It's darker down below, and then this is the foamy stuff up above. That means things are good. So that goes in. And then you start to add the water. For the water, we want, let me check, we want 410 grams of water. So we'll get that, and cold water. Okay, no more. Go. 4 and 10. So then you use the paddle attachment and the mixer, and you don't put it all in. You put maybe half to 3/4, and then you turn this on pretty low speed to get it to mix. You can see that's pretty dry, so you can start adding a little bit more. too much, it gets to make a big mess. It all slops out. Too fast. If you add too fast. Kind of go in slowly. It's on like number 3 on the level on the side. So there we go. This is it after about 5 minutes of kneading, so you just keep going until it dries up. I'll show you what it looks like when it gets dried. It's starting to kind of dry up now, and you can see that it's on about level 5 on the speed. You can see the machine starting to walk around a little bit, so you have to stay close by so it doesn't come off the counter. You can see down in the bottom, you want where it sticks to the bottom about the size of I don't know, about 2 inches in diameter. But we'll let this go for another 3 or 4 minutes to get it well mixed. Now you can see that it's just about all not sticking in there at all. So now it's done. I might let it go for another 3 or 4 minutes just to knead it real well to get the gluten lined up. So it's looking good at this point. Notice I have to hold it so it doesn't, if you leave it alone, it walks around. You can slow it down if it gets to going too crazy. So now we're about done. I'm going to stop it here, so you can see what the little mass looks like. Now we'll prepare the bowl to let it rise in overnight. I spray it, the way I do it is spray the inside. It's got a bowl about this big, about that big, about that high. I spray it with Pam, and then give it some flour so that it doesn't stick, and kind of send that around. And then dump the stuff in. And then this goes right in there. and put the lid on it, and it goes in the refrigerator. It's noon now. I'll bake it tomorrow morning about 7 o'clock. So let it sit in our fridge. We're done except the cleanup. Of course, that's my favorite part. Now look, the kitchen all bright and shiny clean. The whole operation took about 30 minutes start to finish. So now we let it rise overnight. Okay, now we've got it. It's what, 7 o'clock in the morning. Here it is after it's risen. You can see that it's a lot bigger now than it used to be. So we're good. We'll put it in the hot pot. 475. The pot's hot and ready to go. Now this time, it'll be a little harder to get out of the pot than your other cooler stuff. And I put a little thing of parchment paper after that sticking problem that we had. So now, this is my Christmas. It's Christmas morning. So it comes in more as a blob. Okay. So there you see what we're looking like. Put the hat on it, and we go for 25 minutes at 475. Okay. Now you can see what the bread's looking like. It's looking pretty good. So now we'll go 15 minutes at 475 with the top off. You might notice my Christmas scarf. Okay, we're done. There it is. Final loaf. Very tasty. So anyway, I will get all this video. We're off to, it's Christmas, so we're off to Mom and Dad's for the holiday. I'll send this off to you. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you know how the recipe. I'll put that in the email. We're back now from Grandma and Grandpa's. What I do is I cut these in half and put half in the freezer. So we'll cut this. You can see that right there, and it's about what, the length of my thumb or forefinger almost. So it's a very tasty, tight crumb structure. Be very tasty. So I freeze one, put the other one in the refrigerator. Got a blister here. We can cut that off. Ooh, look at that. Pretty good hole. So anyway, that's it. I will add the recipe and send this video off. Goodbye.